Annemarie, today we released the interim report for the first quarter, and it looked really good following up on last year. And now we have a very, very good report for this quarter. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I would say that the first quarter was yet another record quarter for us. Our sales increased by 12%, and our operating profit came in at 878 million Swedish krona. That is an improvement of 180% compared to last year.
Totally amazing.
Really. A lot, I would say, thanks to PostNord Sweden, but I want to point out that basically all our segments have seen improvements compared to last year. I also want to highlight the fantastic development that we are seeing in Denmark, and that is of course very encouraging for all of us to see.
That's really, really great, in other words. So how do you think the current pandemic has affected our financial situation?
Well, the pandemic continued to impact us all. Most of us work from home, and access to stores and things like that is still very restricted. So that means that e-commerce is still seeing a very strong trend, and the way that has an impact on us is of course that we have more parcels in our operations. In the first quarter, our parcel volumes grew by 32%. And having the capacity to absorb these volumes and at the same time making sure that we can get the economies of scale out of operations has really been, I would say, one of the driving forces behind that type of development. And this also means that we stand extremely strong financially, which means that we can continue to invest in our customer offer and of course in our capacity going forward.
And the parcel business, that's part of our core business, obviously. So is also the mail business. What about that segment?
Well, here we have a service obligation in Denmark and Sweden to take care of. And the goal here is to make sure that we can have a sustainable mail business also going forward. This is an area where we see volume decline. Volumes decline by 12% in the first quarter, both in Sweden and Denmark, of course. And that means that we just need to continue to adjust our operations as we see the demand reduce for this type of service. In Sweden, we are implementing now the every second day delivery model, and this is a way to make sure that we can continue to finance our operations through the postage or the revenue from the postage. In Denmark, the situation is such that we have come to a point where we need to get some sort of compensation, and that is actually what we're now getting from the Danish state.
So two kind of different driving forces and prerequisites for the different core parts of the business.
Definitely, but still I would say two core businesses where there is still a high demand for these services. So of course very important for us.
And important for society.
Exactly, yeah.
So I like to summarize that we are in a very good place then, even though we have to stay humble for the future and the challenges ahead of us. Would you agree on that?
We say that we want to become the favorite carrier in the Nordics. That means that we need to continue to invest. Customer demands are changing every day. Competitors are chasing us every day. So we need to make sure that we stay at the forefront with our customer offer, but of course also to make sure that we have the capacity to continue to grow going forward. But this wouldn't be possible unless we had customers that had trust in us. So I really want to extend a thank you to all our customers, but of course also to our employees who are the ones who really make this happen every day.
Well done to everybody.
I agree.